Now it's time to close this series out. So what can we say in conclusion? Well, mainly
Give
that...
us Barabbas.
Say what?
I said give us Barabbas. You didn't deal with the part where Pilate offers the crowd Barabbas instead of Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, based on our last vid, I assume you realize how I see that bit. Pilate was using Barabbas as part of his game, too. Basically offering the Jewish leaders a choice between a real insurrectionist and a fake one, which would make them look pretty bad in the eyes of Pilate's Roman higher-ups.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of other problems with this Barabbas thing. Let's talk about them.
Okay, why not? Alright, so we have a handful of objections to deal with, then we can go home. Yes, go ahead.
Let's make this real simple. The custom of releasing a prisoner on a holiday, it's bogus. Never existed.
Oh, why not?
It's not recorded anywhere else, like in Josephus.
Well, that's true, but it's not a problem. In general, we know that the Romans at times granted mass amnesties, or even released prisoners in response to the demands of a crowd. We also know of a practice they had called abolitio, where a prisoner was acquitted without being condemned. But it is correct to say that the Gospels are the only evidence for this specific enactment of abolitio among the Jews. Is there any reason it wouldn't be mentioned by, say, these guys? Well, maybe not. I think the most likely answer is that under normal circumstances, this Passover amnesty, prior to this time and afterwards, was used only to release minor criminals, and was a very quiet affair. Pilate, however, by my scenario, chose Barabbas as one of the parties this time to counter the manipulations of the high priest. So that's why it wouldn't be mentioned by someone like Josephus. It ordinarily wasn't a big deal. Okay, what's next?
Look, it says Barabbas was a dangerous criminal, right? So Pilate would get in big trouble for letting him go.
Not necessarily. For one thing, if Barabbas had killed a fellow Jew instead of, say, a Roman soldier, Pilate's higher-ups wouldn't have made as big a deal out of it. But even if they would have, let's think about this. How much trouble would it be for Pilate to have Barabbas recaptured and arraigned on another charge? Or to send one of his disguised operatives to assassinate Barabbas, just as he sent disguised soldiers into a Galilean mob on a previous occasion? It's just not that much of a problem. Alright, last one, okay? Make it good.
It's good, all right. Check out Barabbas' name. It translates to Son of the Father. Seems pretty generic, and pretty fishy if you ask me.
If we ask you, yes. If we ask scholars, not so much so. The name Abba, and therefore Barabbas as a patronymic, was a common name among the Jews. It was even carried by rabbis, and there was even a joke about it being so common.
Hey, did you hear the one about the guy who went into a room looking for Abba? The whole room said to him, "There's a lot of Abbas here." Then he asked for Abba Bar Abba, and you know what they said? They said there are many of those here too. Get it?
So that ends our series on the trial of Jesus. As I said at the beginning, this complex account is the subject of a good deal of critical attention, but also a lot of scholarly answers. See you next time. No, I said see you next time. Oh, go home.